What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, it's going down. Undefeated, unified, WBC, IBF welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, Errol Spence Jr., and former two-division world champion, former junior welterweight, unified world champion, former WBC welterweight world champion, Danny Swift Garcia, have indeed agreed to a showdown in November that looked like it's going to take place at the Microsoft Theater in Los Angeles, California. You got it, in November. As I told you guys, there were numerous dates in November that they were targeting, November 7th, 14th, and I personally think that they should do the 21st, which gives them enough room, you know, to allow other pay-per-view events to take place around them and successfully have a pay-per-view themselves without affecting pay-per-view numbers in other fights prior or after them, right? The Deontay Wilder-Tyson Fury fight looks like it's going to take place in December. That's obviously going to be pay-per-view. We know we have Gervonta Tank Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz in October 24th to be exact. That's pay-per-view. And we also know we have Jamel and Jamal Charlo headlining their card September 26th. That's also pay-per-view. So now we have a pay-per-view September, October, November, and December. So I said, you know, November 7th would be too close to Gervonta Tank Davis's October 24th date, right? That would only give the fans and the subscribers and the viewers and everybody only about 2 weeks to be exact, or a little more, you know, for a quick turnaround for another pay-per-view event. We're going through the pandemic, and there being job shortages and 40 million people, unemployed, and it's just a quick turnaround to, and it's a lot to ask of the fans and the viewers. But with that said, it's looking like they're reporting that there is multiple venues that are on hold that are being reserved for this fight. But right now, leading the pack is the Microsoft Theater in Los Angeles, California. So sometime in November, you are going to get the anticipated showdown between Errol Spence Jr. and Danny Swift Garcia. This fight was supposed to take place, in January, but obviously Errol Spence suffered a horrific car accident October 10th, immediately following his unified mega showdown in Los Angeles, California, September 28th against two-time welterweight world champion Showtime Shawn Porter. So immediately following that, just 12 days later, he suffered a horrific car accident, October 10th, which saw the fight that was originally planned between himself and Danny Garcia derailed. But now you're going to get it in November, as I told you guys before, and now it's looking like it's going to be in Los Angeles, California at the Microsoft Theater. So I absolutely cannot wait. I'm favoring Errol Spence Jr. to be victorious in this showdown. I think that, he has the necessary tools to make the necessary adjustments to be victorious in this fight. It's going to be a hard-fought fight. Errol Spence has been out of the ring. By the time this fight takes place, he would have been out the ring a year and 12 months, 14 months to be exact, from September of 2019 until November of 2020, right? So with that said, 14 months, the last time we saw Errol Spence in the ring, not to mention he had the car accident, and everybody's interested to see and intrigued to see how he bounces back. So with that said, we're going to get the mega showdown, and all the questions are going to be answered. How is Errol Spence going to look? Is he going to look back like his old self? Is he going to be able to deal with the power and the boxing knowledge of a Danny Garcia, who's highly regarded, who's has a high ring generalship, who has power in both hands, who's been a world champion in 2 different weight classes, who's been unified world champion? He has a pedigree. So with that said, this is going to be a mega test. There was tons of people that thought that Errol Spence should take a tune-up, but Errol Spence said he didn't want no tune-up. He wanted to go right in to the high upper echelon in the welterweight division. Now, Danny Garcia is not a champion. Obviously, there's only 3 champions in the division. That's Errol Spence himself. You have Manny Pacquiao, and you have Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford holds the WBO. Manny Pacquiao holds the WBA. And Errol Spence obviously holds the IBF and the WBC. So with that said, you're going to see Errol Spence, and he's going to answer all the questions, point blank and period. So I'm favoring Errol Spence. Like I said, I love the versatility he showed against Mikey Garcia. I love the versatility he showed against Showtime's Sean Porter. You know, we've seen him in different types of fights now. I've seen enough to know that he can make the adjustments against Danny Garcia, who is very, very flat-footed. He has a lot of power, but he's at times can be very predictable, and he's very, very flat-footed. But needless to say, this is a mega fight, and I can't wait. But November, the fall, we're going to get Errol Spence, Danny Garcia, at looks like what could be the Microsoft Arena, Microsoft Theater in Los Angeles, California. Is headlining, is leading the pack of venues. There's multiple venues they put on hold. Obviously, they want to see how everything, you know, plays out with the pandemic and social distancing. See if there's things clear up, and then see if there's fans actually allowed in arenas. Then they'll make adjustments, because I'm pretty sure they would love to have it at the Staples Center if need be, if possible, right? You know, or, you know, in New York at the Barclays Center, you know, places like that. If you could have fans, you know, live gates, you know, in the arena, I'm sure they'll make the adjustment. But for right now, it's looking like it's going to be the Microsoft Theater if everything stays on par as it is right now. So let's see how this all plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.